Hello everyone, this is Urvashi Chauhan. Welcome to Courts Today by Live Law, where we bring you the latest developments from all courts across India. Let us start. In a significant development, the Supreme Court today observed that the judgment delivered by the Bombay High Court in Riya Chakrabarti case, which interpreted the provisions of Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances, that is NDPS Act, will not be treated as a precedent in any other cases. I'm sure you already know about the case because of the widespread coverage on media back in 2021. To tell you in brief, the drugs case against Chakrabarti was registered following the death of actor Sushant Singh Rajput in 2021, alleging that she was a part of drug dealers who facilitated purchase of drugs for Rajput. She was arrested in the NDPS case in September 2021 and got bail a month later. While granting her bail, the High Court had interpreted the scope of Section 27A of the Act and held that mere giving of money to buy drugs and mere concealment of drug use by a person will not amount to financing illicit trade and harboring of offender as per the section. Challenging this order, NCB approached the Supreme Court. The bench comprising Justices A.S. Bopanna and M.M. Sundaresh disposed of the petition after clarifying that the High Court order should not be treated as a precedent. And now coming to an update from the Supreme Court with respect to vacancies at Central Government Industrial Tribunals or CGITs. Let me tell you here, there are 22 CGITs in the country that were set up under the provisions of Industrial Disputes Act for adjudication of industrial disputes arising in the central sphere. After the amendment to the Act through Finance Act of 2017, these CGITs are now also mandated to adjudicate appeals arising out of Employees Provident Fund and Miscellaneous Provisions Act. In this case, a petition was filed before the Supreme Court by Labour Law Association, submitting that as many as 9 out of 22 benches of the CGITs were vacant and 3 more were to soon fall vacant in 2023. The Apex Court had earlier directed for a search-cum-selection committee to be formed, which was constituted by the Ministry of Labour and Employment in March this year. Today, the Additional Solicitor General Balbir Singh informed the court that the committee had carried out the selection process and had made 9 recommendations last month. The Supreme Court has now directed the Union Government to complete the process of appointing judicial officers to the vacant seats by 31st of August. The direction was passed by a bench comprising CJI D.Y. Chandrachud, Justice P.S. Narasimha and Justice Manoj Mishra. The Supreme Court has issued notice on a plea challenging rules for reservation in selection to higher technical courses in Mizoram. The background here is that State of Mizoram issued a notification in 2021 which subclassified scheduled tribes of Mizoram into the majority Zo, that is Mizo tribe, for whom 93% of seats were reserved in higher technical courses, whereas 1% of seats were reserved for non-Mizos, comprising Chakmas and communities residing permanently in Mizoram. An additional requirement was also imposed on non-Mizos, that was of passing class 11th and 12th from Mizoram. The petitioners challenged the notification as being violative of Article 14, 15, 16 Clause 4 and 21 of the Constitution. The petitioner, Mizoram Chakma Students Union, submitted that the state's decision will deny all Chakma students and other non-Mizo scheduled tribes access to higher and technical education and will further increase the educational gap between the groups. After the Guwahati High Court dismissed the PIL, they approached the Supreme Court, which today issued notice returnable by 24th July. In next important update, a Delhi court today granted interim bail to BJP MP and former Wrestling Federation of India President Brij Bhushan Singh in the sexual harassment case filed by women wrestlers. The alleged incidents of sexual harassment are said to have occurred between 2016 and 2019 at the WFI office, at Singh's official residence, and also abroad. There also was a POCSO case registered, but the minor had withdrawn her allegations against Singh. Today, the additional Chief Metropolitan Magistrate Harjeet Singh Jaspal of Rouse Avenue Courts granted interim bail to Singh and his co-accused Vinod Tomar after the prosecution did not oppose for the same. The court will hear Singh's regular bail plea on Thursday. Stay tuned with us. In a significant verdict in a case, the Allahabad High Court has held that a person who is otherwise fit cannot be denied employment only on the ground that he or she is HIV positive, and this principle also extends to grant of promotion. The bench was also of the view that protection against discrimination is a fundamental right guaranteed to all citizens of India and that no one can be discriminated against on the basis of his HIV or AIDS status in India. The court further stressed that HIV or AIDS patients have a right of equal treatment everywhere and they cannot be denied job opportunity or be discriminated in employment on the grounds of their HIV or AIDS status. And now coming to the latest update on Rahul Gandhi's plea to stay conviction in defamation case. The Supreme Court today agreed to list on coming Friday, that is 21st July, the petition filed by Congress leader seeking stay of his conviction in the criminal defamation case over the Modi thieves remark, which resulted in his disqualification as a member of the parliament. Gandhi, as you know, has filed the special leave petition challenging the Gujarat High Court's refusal to stay his conviction. Stay tuned with us as we keep you updated with more developments on this case. The next update is on the Tamil Nadu minister Senthil Balaji matter. You already know Balaji was arrested by the Enforcement Directorate on 15th June in connection with cash for jobs scam, following which his wife filed a habeas corpus petition before the High Court contending that the arrest and detention was illegal. This led to a split verdict from the Tamil Nadu High Court. Further, the third judge last week decided in favor of the ED, holding that the central agency is entitled to seek police custody of an accused in a money laundering case. The latest update is that Senthil Balaji has now approached the Supreme Court challenging the Madras High Court's judgment, which held that Directorate of Enforcement was entitled to take him into custody. Stay tuned for further updates on the matter. And lastly, the City Police Commissioner Ernakulam has suspended a trainee sub-inspector, K. Saiju, of Ernakulam North Police Station for assaulting a lawyer. Saiju was alleged to have assaulted the advocate and his friend last week. He allegedly hurled abusive words against them as well. Another lawyer was also alleged to have been beaten up by the same police officer on 8th of July. The suspension follows on finding serious breach of discipline, misconduct and abuse of authority on the part of Saiju. A resolution has also been moved in this regard before the Kerala High Court Advocates Association to condemn the police atrocity and high-handedness meted out to its members. The association is set to convene its meeting tomorrow. Thank you for joining us. If you wish to know more details about the cases I mentioned here, you can visit our website at www.livelaw.in. Stay ahead with quick legal updates only on Live Law. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe and support us.